This is a podcast.
I think I reflect on that constantly and daily. I try to tell my daughters every single day that they matter and that, you know,
thank you.
You are rocking with the best. Rocking with the welcome to the best. Rocking with the best. Rocking with the welcome to the best. Rocking with the best.
Welcome back to the best 1 hour of your week. My name is Tyler Butler. This here to the right is my right-hand man, Josh Smith.
Yes, sir.
And you are now rocking with the best, which is Enough with the BS podcast. As always, I would like to thank you for listening wherever, however you may be listening, whether it's on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and now, Jay, we are on TuneIn Radio.
Let's go.
That is TuneIn Radio. Download the app, download the show. And always, we would like to give a shout out to all of our top listeners and our new podcast family over there at the X Squad, as you heard from the intro, X Squad affiliates and Doug Stewart Radio. And before we get our podcast off, just to show a little love, I'm going to play a little commercial from my boy Jelani, who's part of the X Squad, so you guys can listen out for his podcast as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me good. If you like sports, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like comedy, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like a different opinion coming from a different angle, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. So join me Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie. And of course, my man Lopan on the Two Live Stews Radio Network. Ain't that right, Lopan?
All right. That's one of our podcast brothers, Jelani. You can check him out with X Squad affiliates. And as he mentioned on his radio station, Doug Stewart Radio, which is now what we're a part of. But Jay, before we get into it and break everything down as usual, how was your week?
It's pretty good, man. You know, we back at it. This is the best part of my week right here.
Yeah, mine too, man.
So,
I was at work and researching.
yeah.
The only thing I could think of, man, I can't wait to get behind a microphone. I was pissed off Friday.
Okay.
I might be able to get into that. I might not.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I was hot.
Okay.
It is kind of has to do with the show.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if I want to rant or not, just to start it off.
We're going to do it. We can do that.
Yeah, let's get it off because this is going to be a good podcast about Michael Bennett. This is the Michael Bennett story. We got a lot of detail that we're going to break down. But what I wanted to rant, what I was pissed off over the weekend about, ladies and gentlemen, enough with the BS podcast listeners. As you guys know, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
No need to hide that. It's the truth.
No.
And as every Dallas Cowboy fan rejoiced when they heard the verdict of Zeke Elliott. Now, the legalities, he was getting suspended for sexual assault. 6 games. Domestic violence.
Okay, yeah,
Excuse me. Domestic violence.
That's the next one.
But everything played out in court.
Okay.
And even the lady that the NFL investigators hired to investigate the situation stated that it was not really a domestic violence situation. That's what she stated. But of course, Roger Goodell went over ahead and decided to suspend Zeke anyway for 6 games. Really had nothing to do with domestic violence. It had to do with raising the girl's shirt, the speeding tickets, the photo in the marijuana shop, all the other stupid stuff that Zeke was doing. Do I think Zeke should have been set down for that? Absolutely so. Do I think he should have been set down for domestic violence? Well, if someone who's over the case say no, who am I to argue?
Okay.
Now, I put out a tweet to Cowboys Nation. Like, hey guys, Zeke is free.
Okay.
That's just what you say when someone beat the case.
Yeah.
The retaliation I got back, Joshua, was, how dare you be happy
Wow.
for a man that's guilty of domestic violence? They use the word guilty.
Guilty. Okay. Okay.
Supposedly there's a video of Zeke hitting his girl, which I've never seen.
No.
I know the NFL say they have a video, but I'm assuming in court,
Yeah.
if that video would have been presented, nobody will override that domestic violence never would occur. Am I correct with saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm safe to say that this video is, I would say, bogus.
TMZ, somebody would they got their hands on it by now.
It would have been out.
Yeah.
I guarantee I would have a copy of this video. I would have seen it.
Yeah.
It would be somewhere. Maybe it's coming out later like Joe Mixon.
Could be.
I don't know. But all I'm saying is, as a Cowboy fan,
Okay.
why should I not be happy that the star player on my team has a chance now to play again to help my team that I root for every single year get to the Super Bowl? Isn't that the name of the game?
You right. That's right. And I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. You know, he's done a lot of things. I mean, domestic violence. I mean, it was a lot of gray
Let me tell you
in
something.
the area. And,
If he committed domestic violence, then he needs to sit for a year, not even 6 games.
okay.
But the fact that NFL says we're going to sit you down for 6 games for beating up a woman, let me know the NFL can give 2 craps about domestic violence to begin with. 6 games for beating up a female is whack.
It is. You're right. Now, I mean, Josh Brown beat up his wife for years, and he got 1 game.
1 game. And you know what, Joshua? These same exact people that was criticizing me for being happy over Ezekiel Elliott said nothing about Josh Brown and his 1 game
There was
suspension.
no
Absolutely
outrage,
nothing. But you know what else they rejoice over?
What?
So I find this to be remarkable. You're upset that Ezekiel Elliott was proven innocent and he's allowed to play football again. But yet, you stand up and cheer Penn State University. A university in a city that covered up not just domestic violence,
Yeah.
but rape
That's what they did.
for young children by defensive coordinator Jerry Sansicco.
That's pretty much what they did.
You cheer for Penn State University, but you hate Ezekiel Elliott in the fact that he's given a second opportunity and proven innocent for the time being.
For the time being, yes. He got a little injunction. They're not going to assign him a date probably anytime this year.
Yeah,
It's
supposedly.
very much
yeah.
like the
Tom
Deflate
Brady?
Gate. Yeah, it's carbon copy. He might not get it this year, but he's going to get it eventually. The 6 games. But you guys want to win now. Cowboys, you got to win now.
We have to.
So, you know, this helps you out this year. But eventually he's going to get caught. And like you said, it's just a big old double standard going around. Like, I just don't understand it. Like Zeke, you know, there's a lot of questions around his case, domestic violence or whatever. He shouldn't put himself in those positions. That's very true. But then, like Josh Brown, walks away with 1 game. No one says nothing. Then they come back and give him 6 games. No one says nothing.
Bogus.
Bogus. Like, all they're trying to do is make their case that Zeke got, or make their case look good. Like, hey, we give everybody 6 games. No, you don't.
I just find it amazing that you want Cowboy fans to not be happy for an opportunity to compete, but be upset because this guy, quote unquote, hit a female. But yet you turn around and you pull for I don't know, John Calipari that has screwed 2 schools.
Yeah.
You pull for Joe Paterno. You pull for the head coach at Louisville,
Rick Pitino.
Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
You have a Baylor University jersey at your home. But you're pissed off at Dallas Cowboy fans for being happy that a guy was proven innocent and not guilty.
For now.
For the time being.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, if he's guilty, if there is this video out of Ezekiel Elliott hitting a female, 6 games is not enough. It should be a year minimum. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it's only 6 games let me know that the NFL doesn't care. So why should I care about their policies?
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. Cowboy Nation, rejoice. Zeke the Freak is loose.
You guys are the most hated fan base.
People hate us, man.
Yeah. Everybody hates you guys.
And I can understand because, granted, me talking to other Cowboy fans this week, I kind of hate us too.
Yeah.
So I get it. But there's no reason to be upset at a fan pulling for his team and the best player on that team has an opportunity to play. That's the biggest piece of harsh crap I ever heard in my life.
I get you.
But not to get off the topic.
I understand.
But man, Jay, before I get into this, I mean, at any time, please interrupt me if you got any questions you want to jump in because there's going to be a lot of reading. We are about to get into and tackle the Bennett situation.
Okay.
Guys, it's deep. It's way deeper than I thought. This was going to be, Jay, I had planned for us quickly addressing that, having a little fun, making predictions for the NFL season. Mm-hmm. But as I started reading into it and reading more and more and more, and what the hell? Why is it so loud? Wow. Sorry about that, guys. But as I started reading more and more and more into it, the deeper and deeper it got. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So, Josh, one of our favorite people, Jason Whitlock, inspired me to do this podcast. For those who may not be familiar with this clown, don't even waste your time getting to know him. No. But if you want to know who he really is, he's pretty much Clayton Bigsby of the Chappelle Show.
Okay.
But he's the size of the Chappelle Show set. So when you put those two together, you got Jason Whitlock.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, he criticized Vic back in the day for the dog fighting situation, saying he should never be back in the league.
Really?
But yet him and Michael Vick are best friends.
Wow.
Now, I guess bygones are bygones. I'm just saying, as an athlete, if I have someone killing me the way he killed Michael Vick, I'm not talking to you.
Nah.
But it's a job. I guess you got to swallow your pride and do what you got to do. Maybe that's the reason why I'm not signed with a major affiliate yet, because I don't take no crap and I speak my mind, and that's the whole point of having this podcast. I'm not going to put up with BS.
I don't answer to nobody.
Yeah, I call my own shots. I would love to be with an affiliate right now, but hey, maybe it's not my time. Anyways, also, he criticized Serena Williams, Josh. I don't know if you remember this, but he called her fat.
Huh?
Yeah, called Serena Williams fat.
He did.
He
Jason
did.
Whitlock.
Let that sink in for
had the audacity to call someone else fat.
He absolutely did. Shockingly. And then,
I'm surprised.
Most recently, of course, he was criticized for criticizing LeBron. LeBron, remember, he had the word nigger spray painted across his house, and he said it was an inconvenience. But most recently, what sparked the podcast is, I don't know if you've seen the pictures floating around. I think I posted it.
Yeah.
He had this white guy, at least a presumed white guy, on set of Fox Sports.
And blackface.
No, he wasn't a blackface. He had a white face. He had a black afro, and he had a big black Hulk fist that was spray painted black in the Kaepernick jersey.
Yeah.
Well, turns out, Josh, that wasn't a white guy at all.
Okay.
That was a black guy, Christopher Reed from Kid and Play.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, Jay. First, what is your thoughts on hearing about one of the staples in the black history, man? He made Kid and Play. Those movies are iconic to African Americans. And he went and dressed up as Colin Kaepernick and threw on the coon-like outfit with the afro and the black fist.
Some people will do anything for money. And, when you get low on money, you start doing stupid things. So that's the only thing I can think of, why he decided he wanted to do that.
But, I mean, how much can Fox Sports pay him for that little 2 seconds of fame, like $300.
Hey.